Hello my friends, and welcome to part 1 of our home economics series. I am so excited about this series and I'm so excited that you're here. In today's video, my mom and I attempted to make blackberry jam, and in the end we did end up with some blackberry jam, but it was quite a process. Neither of us had made blackberry jam before. We are not expert jam makers by any means, and we did not have any pectin, so we're making it without pectin. Pectin is the substance that helps your jam become jelly-like. It gels your jam and we didn't have any, so we were making it without it, which was a troubleshooting process. We tried 2 different recipes. The first one really did not work. The second one, we had trouble getting it to actually gel, and so in the end we improvised with some cornstarch. So I don't know how much help this video will be to you, other than for us to just share what we kind of did, how we saved our jam, and some things that we have learned from that experience. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you will subscribe if you want to stick around for the rest of our home economics series, and I just hope you enjoy. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Please make sure you're subscribed, and let's go ahead and get started.
I'm just gonna say 2 cups. This might make quite a few berries, actually. Jars. So I've got enough probably for 2 batches. We're doing 2 cups, 2 1/4 cup per batch. So I'm gonna put those in there, and then you put the same amount of sugar. So I should have enough for 2 batches. Then you put the same. I don't think I'm gonna put this much sugar.
So it's supposed to be even.
Well, her recipe said 450 grams of berries and 450 grams of sugar.
So even.
So I want to put just slightly less than 2 cups because that's an awful lot of sugar, don't you think?
Yeah, but blackberries are really tart.
All right, now I gotta put lemon juice. Spoons of lemon juice. Can you see?
No.
And you probably would want to use fresh lemons, but I don't have fresh lemons.
Why do you put lemon juice in like berries? Like
I
I
think
understand.
it's the acid. You gotta balance out the acid somehow to make it. Look at my nails.
Nail polish or blackberries?
No, that's blackberries. Oops, wrong one. All right, so she says to cook them for an hour. Jams will not thicken properly without the presence of acid. Many fruits naturally contain sufficient acid, but others require the addition of an acid, usually lemon juice, to help the jam to gel.
Oh, okay. So it has to do with like the
Making it set,
okay.
thickening, you know. You have to have the lemon juice to help it thicken.
I never knew that.
sewing box, right?
Yeah.
Action going on over here. You sure she said boil for an hour?
Turn it down. I may have it up too high. The hour is what's going to get it thick. You know what I mean?
It's like bubbling.
Yeah.
So we chose this particular blackberry jam recipe because it did not call for additional pectin. You can buy pectin at the grocery store, but pectin is actually derived from fruit, and it's what will cause the jam to jelly, to make like a jelly or a preserve type texture, to make it thicken. And we didn't have any, so blackberries are naturally high in pectin anyway, and so we were trying a couple of different recipes that did not call for additional pectin.
You didn't add anything, did you? You just let it keep on the heat.
Use these to sterilize.
You know, I bet the sugar kind of helped it do that too.
Yeah, sugar will thicken the longer you cook it. See how it's sticking on the spoon? So take a picture of that. That's how you know it's ready.
Tastes good?
She did say, look at the recipe in the jar.
Maybe put it in the jar and just leave the jar open so it can cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna make one.
Did the recipe say how many jars it was supposed to make?
I thought it said. I gotta leave just a little bit out.
Are we gonna try it after it's? Okay.
Before we make the next batch, we'll try it and let it cool. I don't want to waste those blackberries on a recipe that ain't gonna work, you know?
Yeah, we might have to tweak it a little bit. Yeah, it definitely sealed.
I have a little can opener, but I don't have one anymore.
I wonder what the like how long you can preserve it with it not being like properly, like, I mean, it's just sealed, it's not canned necessarily.
Oh, just put it in the refrigerator. And you'll probably keep for a few weeks if you keep it in the refrigerator, just like a regular store-bought. Once you open the jelly and like a store-bought jelly, you put it in the refrigerator.
But I mean, like, if you kept it, if you hadn't opened it yet and it was sealed, would it keep like a regular canned good?
It would probably keep for quite a while. Okay, let's see. That knife don't. Uh-oh.
Is it hard?
Yeah, this ain't gonna work, Mimi.
Mm.
Alright, so that recipe's a dud.
Alright, well, what I think we ought to do is I think we ought to do what we did, but put cornstarch in it, since we don't have any pectin. Put cornstarch in it, let it thicken that way instead of cooking it so long, because cooking it's like it candied it.
Let me see if I can find another recipe.
Oops. Yeah, that is like candy thick. Well. So this one said to do what?
We're gonna put more sugar than she said, because if you don't, it's gonna be too tart. Start by cooking the blackberries with the sugar. Place the blackberries in the pot, mash them slightly to release the juices. If you're using lemon juice now, add it, because a little bit of liquid will help the initial cooking. After a minute or two on the heat, they will have let out plenty of juice and it will come to a boil. It says to stir down the foam. Some people add 1/4 teaspoon of butter to help control the foaming. Oh, good grief.
Oh yeah, got plenty of new ones. This is a domesticated blackberry bush. It's thornless blackberry bush. The blackberries that grow on this thing are enormous, like so much bigger than a wild blackberry bush. I want one of these really bad. I got all these blackberries off this bush today, and my mom just picked hers yesterday, and I got all of these today. So let's go make some more jam. Second round. Let's see if we can do a better job this time and maybe get more jam. Four cups.
Let's see how many blackberries we got.
All right, hang on. Let me measure them. Well, what did you say? Put them in here?
All right, just pour them in here, 2 cups at a time, and then pour them in here, you know, to empty it out.
I hope this second batch turns out, because I don't want to be wasting all these good blackberries.
I think it will. It says simmer it until it reaches the chill stage, which she said was about 25 minutes.
All right. All right, so that's about 2 cups. Right? Yeah.
It might not take as long if we put more sugar.
Yeah.
It says increase in the sugar will cause the jam to go faster. So.
All right, so far, I'm up to 4 cups of blackberries. All right. This is a, yeah, this is a 2. Okay, there we go. So, we got about 5 1/2, 5 1/4, something like that, cups of blackberries.
Okay, so sugar. So let's do 4 cups.
So 4 cups of sugar to about
5
1/4 cup of blackberries.
All right, so put the blackberries in the pot. And she has the lemon juice too.
How much lemon juice to this amount of blackberries would we put?
She put for 5 cups. She put 1 to 2 tablespoons, and she said it's optional. So let's just put 1.
Okay.
1 to 2. That'll get the liquid in there.
So you want me to put 1?
I don't know. What do you think?
Maybe 1 1/2? Or maybe we should put both, since we're going to put a little more sugar then.
Whatever you think.
So we'll do 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I've got it recorded. 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. We've got 5 1/4 cups of blackberries, and we're doing how much sugar? How much sugar are we doing?
That's 2. How much should we put?
We got 5 1/4 cups of blackberries. So 4 cups of sugar. Well, it didn't help that our first batch was a dud. I think it's good to just put it in there. Blackberries
4 cups of sugar.
All right.
We'll write this down.
That is a lot of sugar. So we don't add any liquid?
The lemon juice.
That's all. Let's see. Gee, this is hard to stir. I'm making a big mess.
That's fine.
Practical Self-Reliance is the blog name. Her Blackberry jam recipe. We'll link the recipe in the description box. If it turns out. That would help with the getting the juices out and stuff so that it doesn't feel like it feels so dry when I'm trying to stir it because of all the sugar. Equal parts is supposed to make it gel faster, isn't that what she said? That's what she said, if you wanted to make it gel faster. Yeah, that looks much better to match the berries. So it's been going 15 minutes. It's still not boiling, so we don't think we had the heat up high enough. So we turn the heat up to medium high. And we're gonna see if we can get it to do something. Once it starts boiling, which it's starting to do, am I supposed to keep it moving?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then when we think it's at the gel stage, that's when you pour it in the jars.
All right, well, it's starting to kind of bubble and boil.
Jars have to be hot. Glossier. What did I tell you? Glossier.
I don't know what they mean by glossier.
Look at the picture.
When it looks like a dam. How much more time should I put on this? Well, I put it on 10 and I'll just watch it. I'm watching. Take it off the eye real quick, see if we can get some of that foaming to go down.
I'm overflowing my stove.
Yeah, I'm so scared.
It's going down some.
Okay, so we've done 20 minutes so far, and still it's not gelling. So we're just going to keep it on here for 5 more minutes. Yeah, I don't think we did have the heat on high enough at the beginning, so technically I guess it's only been boiling about, what, 10 minutes? Okay. I just put 5 more minutes on it, we're going to see. Okay.
I mean, that is still a little bit runny.
Yeah, that's
But maybe
runny,
as it cools, it will be more solid.
yeah, this is like jelly. So, how long do you think we've been cooking this total?
I'm afraid to say. Just say cook it at least 20 minutes.
Probably been boiling at least 20 minutes. So
All right, so
we're gonna run it through this thing to get rid of all the little seeds, and we'll just have to see. Yeah, that'll work much better.
Oh my gosh! Right about my way. I'm sorry. Uh-oh. Well, there went some of it. It just fell in the bowl. We are true novice. We don't know what we're doing. But it'll be worth it if we get most of the seeds out.
It'd be better than having all of them in there.
This is a slow process.
Be like I Love Lucy, get your feet in there. It's awful liquidy.
I don't think this is something's.
Alright, so I don't know what we're doing wrong because it's not thick enough. So I'm going to rely on cornstarch. So I relied on cornstarch to thicken the jam, and it did thicken it enough to make it like a jam-like consistency. Once we took it off the stove, put it in the jars and everything, it did make a jelly. I used 4 tablespoons of cornstarch, which just in my opinion was a touch too much. I felt like I could taste it. Nobody else thought they could taste it, but I felt like I could taste it. Maybe that was just me because I knew how much cornstarch that I'd put in there. But I looked it up after the fact, and what I should have done is I should have poured a little bit of the jam liquid into a bowl and put the cornstarch in it and mixed it up first before I actually poured it into the batch. But I didn't do that. I just put the cornstarch directly in the pot and whisk it until it started getting thicker. And then by the time it was all said and done, we did have some jam with a good jam consistency. And especially as it has sat in the refrigerator as well, it's maintained that really like a jelly-like consistency. It's not quite as thick as like a store-bought jelly would be, but it's perfect for putting on toast. My son has really enjoyed having this blackberry jam on toast, but I wanted to just tell y'all how much cornstarch I used and about how I should have done it that I did not look up until after the fact. At the very least, it might be blackberry syrup. Might have to title this video Troubleshooting Blackberry Jam.
So we did end up getting 3 jars of blackberry jam. My brother took one, my mom kept one, and then I took one with me. My son and my husband both really like this jam. I don't really eat jam on toast very much, so it's not really, I would eat it on a biscuit, but we haven't really had any biscuits, but I do think it tastes good. But my son and my husband have both really enjoy it. And so I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that there was at least something that was helpful to you, or maybe it was just entertaining watching us make this and troubleshoot this and go through a couple different recipes. But like I said, this video did not quite turn out like I wanted it to, and I promise that the second part will be a little bit more helpful because we knew a little bit more what we were doing in that video. But I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next part. I hope you all have a great week. Bye.